Hey Vision Chasers, it's Dr. Bird here. Quickly, I want to talk to you about watches. Well, really, I want to talk to you about effort, but we're going to use watches as the jumping off point. In the world, there are watches that cost millions of dollars, millions of dollars. I'm talking about watches that are, they're created, they're made, and they cost millions of dollars. And then there's watches that cost maybe a couple dollars. They're what we call cheap watches. Well, what's the difference between this watch that costs a couple dollars and then this watch that costs thousands, maybe millions of dollars? The difference is effort. You know, and with the expensive watches, these expensive watches, they are created in these laboratories where you have guys wearing these white suits, and they're wearing masks, and they're wearing these white cotton gloves, and they've got these little tools because they're making every component of the watch by hand. They're putting it all together by hand, and that takes a lot of effort. And because it takes so much effort to make these watches, they are justified in charging a lot of money for these watches because there's not that many of these kinds of watches in existence because it takes a lot of effort in order to make one. Now let's look at the cheap watch. The cheap watch is probably made in some factory, and it's probably made by a machine, and the machines, they just repeat the process of mass producing these cheap watches, and that's why the price is lower, because you have a large quantity out there, and so more people are able to purchase these watches. It doesn't take a lot of effort once they program the machine to make the watch. So very little effort, they can produce many of them quickly, and so the price is low. Whereas with the expensive watch, it takes a lot of effort, and people recognize that effort has value, and that's why you have people willing to pay thousands of dollars for a watch, millions of dollars for some of those watches. So I want you to keep that in mind. Effort is the difference maker. Effort is the difference maker. And so the most successful people in the world, they make sure that they put plenty of effort into their craft, no matter what they're doing, whether it be sports, whether it be dancing, music, whether it be writing. They make sure that they put a lot of time and effort into what they're doing. And then the outcome is success. So no matter what you're doing, you can learn from this. Make sure that you're putting in quality effort in no matter what you're doing. So I want you to think about that. And until we meet again, please keep chasing your vision of success. Bye.